The North Dakota Highway Patrol will be conducting an alcohol saturation in Stutzman and Barnes counties this weekend. The saturation will be in conjunction with the North Dakota Department of Transportation multi-agency enforcement event over the same time period. The goal of the saturation is to remove all impaired drivers from the roadway. It's almost St. Patrick's Day, and the people of North Dakota know what that means. It's time for the 34th annual Running of the Green. The event takes place Saturday and has participants stopping at 9 pubs along an approximately 3-mile route through Jamestown. Last year, more than 1,800 people registered for the run and raised more than $20,000 for Elks Camp Grassic, a summer camp for children and adults with disabilities. And it also raised money for local people diagnosed with cancer. This year, they hope to raise more than $25,000 for the camp, and it's estimated there will be more than 2,000 runners. If you haven't registered yet, you can do so on Saturday from 10 a.m. until the start of the run at 2 p.m. or during regular business hours at Wildside Creations or Cork and Barrel. Former Jamestown resident Alf Clausen composes the music for the most successful animated TV series of all time, which of course is The Simpsons. Clausen started as an underscore composer for the first Treehouse of Horror episode of the show in 1990. Clausen took over as song composer in the 3rd season a year later. At that time, the producers aimed for 100 episodes, which they surpassed with ease recently by hitting 500. For all of his work, Clausen was recently honored with a Golden Note Award from the American Society of Composers, Authors, and Publishers. It's been gorgeous outside so far this week, and Jessica Gulseth can tell us what the expectations should be for this fun holiday weekend. Jessica?
Thanks, Courtney. Today continued in the trend of warm weather. This afternoon, we reached a high near 63 degrees. Tonight, expect clear skies and a low around 40. Tomorrow, finally Friday, and it will be a beautiful one. We're looking at a high of 76 degrees here tomorrow and a low in the mid-40s for the night. Saturday will be nice, not quite as nice as tomorrow will be, but still about 70 degrees. Sunday will be much like Saturday with clear skies and nearly no wind. Looks like next week will be starting off a little wet. Monday and Tuesday expect thunderstorms with a high in the 70s for Monday, cooling down to the 50s for Tuesday. That's the weather for today, Jamestown. Get out and enjoy it.
School districts across the country will be able to opt out of a common ammonia-treated ground beef filler critics have dubbed pink slime. The U.S. Department of Agriculture announced today that starting in the fall, schools involved in the National School Lunch Program will have the option of avoiding the product. Schools will be able to choose between 95% lean beef patties made with the product or less lean beef ground beef without it. It's March 15th, and you know what that means. March Madness officially begins today. Matt Balshaw is here to give us an update. Matt?
Bridget Schooneman and Travis Burley were named NAIA All-Americans this morning. Bridget Schooneman, a 6-foot junior from Lino Lakes, Minnesota, was the only Jimmy to average in double figures this season at 12.9 points per game and shot 56% from the floor. Travis Burley, a 6'5" senior from Warrenton, Georgia, led the Jimmies in scoring with 15.2 points per game and was named the Dakota Athletic Conference Most Valuable Player. On other sports news, I hope you've all done your basketball brackets as the NCAA basketball kicked off today. Kansas State overcame a tricky Southern Missouri to win 70-64. Kansas' key player was Magruder, who hit a whopping 30 points to carry on his scoring tally this season. Southern Missouri's key player was Dodson, who hit 14 points. Murray State defeated Colorado with a comfortable 58-41 victory. Colorado's key player was Horning, who hit 12 points and had a huge 17 rebounds. Murray State's key player was Cannon, who hit 15 points and 7 rebounds as they progressed to the next round. That's the sports wrap for today. Back to you, Courtney.
Thanks, Matt. That's all for the news tonight on this 15th day of March. Please join us again tomorrow when we once again connect the campus with the community. I'm Courtney Oliver. Good night, Jamestown.